What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. It's been a cold one here in the northeast of the United States. Well, the top portion of the United States is a lot of cold, a lot of cold. So what's good? Deanne, Angel Z, Desert, OV, The Real, Diego, Chemtrail, what's good? And anybody else who's out there. But yeah, it's cold, dreary, gloomy, dark, wet, Rap samples was good. Damn, Chemtrail. Shit. I'm not looking forward to none of this this darkness and cold, you know. I mean, we are as beings supposed to migrate, but that's a whole nother video. You know, when the fall colors come, it's the warning sign for nature to you know, migrate. You know, when the leaves turn yellow, you know, think about it. All the danger signs that we've been taught our whole life, where do you think it comes from? Well, it comes from nature. These are the warning signs. You know, green is good, go. You know, things start to turn what? Yellow, then orange, then red. Like, look at the trees all around here. Yellow, orange, red. It's time to gather, and migrate. You know, it's one thing they won't tell you. You know, all the highways and byways that are here, like 95 South, I-90, these are all already corridors. You know, they were already there. These are already trails. You know, it is what it is. They make you think it takes so long to migrate and move and walk and this and that. It actually doesn't. You know, that's why it doesn't go from instant warmth to like instant cold. Well, it gives you time. It gives nature time to do what it needs to do. We're in a perfect system, you know? We're in a perfect system. I mean, nature tells us everything we need to be doing, you know? And don't debate me on it. Just look at nature. Look what nature does. That's where you learn from nature, you know? Do what nature does. But yeah, it's fucking freezing. I don't like it. You know, as you become more spiritual, right? Spiritually connected, it does bother you. It does start to bother you. You know, because it's just your body just telling you, like, yo. This is why so many people that get older, you know, even though they're not, you know, something just draws them to the warmer climate. Is because life, you know, life, the body yearning for warmth, their spirit, you know, spiritual. They're getting older. It's nearing, you know, transition time, and their body's like, yo, you know. So it does do a calling to many people to move to warmer climates, you know, as they get older. But as time went on, you know, time goes on, you know, people that wake up, you know, when you realize nature and how you're connected to it, and you begin to eat from nature and stuff like that, you want to be in a warmer climate. You know that, you know, that you go to the grocery store. I go to the grocery right now. I'm not going to buy a mango. It's just not a mango anymore. It's still a mango, but most of the properties that you need from it isn't. It's not there. You know, we've been GMO'd. You know, GMO foods. I mean, we're GMO'd ourselves. You know, we've been genetically modified. And I tell people this when I you know, tell them how to eat, you know, better diets and stuff. I argue with vegans all the time. I argue with people who, you know, eat all kind of stuff. Well, I don't argue. I kind of like debate, but you know, they turn it into arguing. I say, look, I mean, this is just what is. I mean, it's just how the body works in the cycle of life. It's connected to nature. You can't take away the fact that nature will provide you everything you need to eat in all seasons. You know, it really does. This is why your body doesn't yearn for certain foods during winter if you're in cold climates. Like, you could actually go longer. More people actually do fast in the winter months. Well, that's because your ash is in hibernation mode. Nature hibernates, doesn't eat. All food is scarce. You know, that's why you couldn't live off of like a you know, like teas and stuff like that in the winter, and eat a minimal meal, you know? Because, I mean, technically, we're not supposed to be here. You know, we're not supposed to be in the warm climates. So, just because we do it doesn't mean it's right, or it's true, or it's what is, you know? So, but, yeah. So, look to nature. Nature will show you everything you need to know. That's why the best diet, obviously is an all-natural diet, but the best diet is one with the seasons. And I've been telling people this for a while, like, look at nature. Everything doesn't grow all year round, so why eat that when, and I don't do this, but I'm just telling people, like, hey, if I'm saying, look, I want to align my body, I'm not going to be on a fruit diet in the north cold hemispheres doing a fruit diet. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, your body cannot benefit from that. It's just not you're gonna create cold and wet and dampness inside your body, which is going to create mucus, and you're going to get sick. You can't be a raw vegan in fucking upstate New York 4 months in a year. It ain't happening. You're going to be sick. You're going to deplete a lot of nutrients. It's going to be bad for you. A lot of people that try to do all natural say, oh, I failed. But when you dig deeper, you're like, wow, I never thought of it like that. You know what? You may be right. I never even pondered that idea. There's just a logical way of thinking to know that nature provides, just look at the tropical climates and you'll see all year round, there's different. And off season, people in these areas don't eat the shit, and I learned that from somebody that comes from a tropical climate. Like, no, don't eat it. I want to buy mangoes. No. I'm like, what? They're good. No, they already know, like, innately, it's already passed down from generations that no, it's no good. She straight tells me it's no good. And I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense, because when I do eat it, it's not the same as it is in fucking when it's in season, And I guess that's why I don't really like apples like in June, because it's not apple season. Like, my body has learned I love apples during apple season. Bananas. Bananas is kind of it grows, most of the year. So, I mean, not up here, but in the right places. So, yeah, different fruits and vegetables and stuff like that will give you everything you need, And your body's on a clock with nature. You don't need, the best diet, isn't fasting. People could argue all day with it. It's not fasting. Fasting is, okay, you were doing, like you were eating like the fruits that were in vegetables that were in season and from June to September. Well, guess what? Nature is showing you the new, what's in and from September to, January. And that's what you eat. Therefore, your body is already fasting because it's no longer taking that. Now it's taking this, which it needs. Now, whatever comes from this cycle, right? These seasons, that's what you eat. It's just plain and simple and plain. It's really elementary. We've just went so far beyond, what is what, that we try to make it so scientifically and so new and it's just so simple, stupid. Eat what the season brings. That's it. Eat what the seasons bring. What's good, King Charles? Truth Virus, what's good? Kimmy, what's good? The Dark Winter, Part 3. See if I missed anybody. But shout out to all you guys, And this is spiritual warfare, It's a part of spiritual warfare. Being spiritual is eating from creation, right? Eating from what we are, But yeah, I'm going to take a quick time out because it's not going to be a 5-hour stream today. But let me take a quick time out and go get my beautiful warm chaga. Just give me a minute. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm back. And it's early moon day. And it's good, Diego. Yeah, I don't be on the TikTok thing, you know. Plus, it'd be a lot of messages on there and shit. Like, it's too much. I don't have time for like, because I'm not a That's the reason, you know. If I don't comment to people, it's not because I don't see it or don't care. I mean, um, that is my fault. Is I don't like I'm not a one. I don't really like to be one real. I like to have long fucking interactions, even writing, you know, long. You know, so it's kind of, I just don't like to, you know, what I'm thinking. I can't sit there and write the whole damn thing because it just be all day, you know. So yeah, but and then people say, you know, comments are deleted or not showing up. Look, it's YouTube. I mean, this is what they do. Nothing new under the sun, you know. Because people leave, oh, my comments aren't showing up, or why they're like, why don't my comments be deleted? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Unless it's just some troll that's just talking stupid shit, then I just block and put them off there. But just my regular brothers and sisters, like, no, I don't, you know, I don't delete no damn comments. You know, it doesn't make any sense. But you know, I'm not one of those people that sit there and like, you know, free speech and yeah, we should say this and this. Listen, man, if I ain't fucking jiving with the comment or the person or whatever the hell, good night, Susie. You know, because this is disruption of energy, man. This is different. You know, this is spiritual warfare. You know, people think spiritual is something that's greater, and spiritual is shit we've been doing since we've been coming out of our daddy's balls into our mama's wombs. That's spiritual, you know. As soon as that spark of light came, you know, the spirituality's been happening. Like, it's not nothing new, and it ain't nothing old, and it's not nothing that, you know, it's just here. It's just you got to tap into and notice it. I mean, everything that we're surrounded by is spiritual. Literally, the shit is unbelievable. How, you know, people think, yo, you think you're spiritual? Like, what the fuck? We're all spirit beings. Like, this shit is crazy to me. You know, this is spiritual warfare. They took you away from what is what, even down to our language, right? Our line gauge, right? If you know what a line is in a gauge, all right, that's a movement of energy right there. You know, I mean, that's language. How we communicate. Yeah, it's through the English language, which is pretty fucked up. You start studying language, and you know, I'm always being accused of being some dumb fuck that ain't graduating and just ignorant, just stupid. But I knew no words. You know, I do understand a lot of things that, you know, other people have no fucking clue. You know, but yeah, everything is spiritual. You know, what's good, Miss Masters? Everything is spiritual. You know, everything. There's not nothing that isn't. Exactly. Exactly. You can't. You exactly, truth Byron. That's crazy. Like, I'll see a video that have like 13 comments. I'll go to the video and it doesn't even show a comment, and I got to go to the studio just to see the comments and reply to some of them. Like, it's crazy. Then I'll go back to the YouTube video. It'll say 14 comments because I answered her 15, 16, 17, 18, and I'll go there and not one comment will be there. That's crazy. You know, like, that is crazy. You can't even comment on your own video. And then I'll look for the reply button. I'm like, yo, I can't even reply to this comment. It's pretty crazy, man. You know, it's crazy. What's good, AV? Hope everything's going well up there in Maine. You know, shout out to AV. The wolf pack's all up in the house. You know, so yeah, it's getting insane, man. I mean, we're really coming to where we're going. You know, and we ain't doing nothing but coming to where we're going. You know, and it is pretty wild, man. And we're going, we're moving. You got IBM X coming, you know, announced itself. It's already been out, but you know, officially comes out. IBM X. There's the X again. You know, it's just a lot going on. That's why, you know, I titled this "Spiritual Warfare," and you know, and it's gonna come. I keep telling you, it's gonna hit you in every aspect of your life. You know, that's why they, you know, it comes around here. You know, it comes around here, and people, you know, can see things for what it is, man. You know, and I'm sorry, but you know, things happen, and that's what we're dealing with. Spiritual warfare, conviction. Souls are being convicted, you know, of what's right. Right? We're able right now to see what's right, and we're able to see what's wrong. So conviction is setting in. That's why you see a lot of crazy shit, man. There's real crazy shit going on, you know. I mean, just here in New York, they signed a new, you know, some more red flag law. A drop of blood for a gallon of blood. Wow. I didn't even know he said that. And the time we're in right now, it's increased. You know, we're in the death and dying. I mean, we're even around Halloween. You know, Jupiter is riding along with the moon. You know, it's a lot, man. A lot of energy is here, man. And people can't handle it, man. More people are turning to alcohol, drugs, escapism measures because spiritual warfare is high right now. You know, it really is high. It really is high. You know, it really is, man. And we can see it front and center. You can see it live and direct. Right around these neck of the woods, you know, right around these neck of the woods, man. And it's pretty crazy. Like it's like the 5-hour stream I did the other day. You know, that's spiritual warfare. You know, that 5-hour stream, I kept looking. I'm like, yo, the time was moving so fast. Like this is how. See, these are things that I know, understand well. Spirituality, understanding when you're moving energy, time collapses upon itself. It don't even exist. That 5 hours felt like, I would say tops 25 minutes. You know, 25 minutes tops. That's how it felt. And I've been in many of these deep conversations with, you know, brothers and sisters over the years. And when you're building like that, because it was building and destroying, but it was actually building more than destroying, you know, because what it was doing was it was building and understanding. The spirit was in full swing, and the spiritual swords were swinging, you know, the spiritual swords were at war, you know. It just is what it is, man. You know, I got to check it out, Like I said, I've been kind of like laying low because I know and understand that. You know, where's my windshield fogging up? I know and understand that, you know, it's spiritual warfare time. And you know what? We gotta, you know, we gotta get in and get out. You know, we gotta bob and weave. You know, we can't sit there on their propaganda, you know, 24/7, bob and weave, you know. bob and weave, get a little information, bob and weave, come in, come out, because that's a part of the spiritual warfare. Like it'll break you down, even even if you're spiritually, lined up. It'll eat you up. That's why you got to bob and weave, you know, because yeah, it really is, you know, it truly is. But that's why I titled the spiritual warfare. I left a link if anybody wants to come on and shit, talk and build or whatever, and or what. It doesn't even matter, man. It doesn't even matter. And there's a lot of the bull crap going around, but this is spiritual warfare. They're gonna come around, you know. They're gonna come around and poke at and poke around and talk shit. I mean, this is what they were programmed to do, And you come to the right place. We got to be built for this mission. Come to the right place. Shout out to Wise 1984, my brother. Everybody else, and of course, Fake Mike, Real News. But when all that stuff was going on in that 5-hour stream, man, that's spiritual warfare. You're literally looking at it. Take the physical out. I mean, it was this spiritual warfare. It really is. It really is. But we got to go through it. We got to go through it. And you're on that line of energy because time just stops. Time really stops. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, God damn, but that happens. That really happens. It was the last stream that's on this channel. Just go check it out. That's why, it's spiritual warfare. It's a great separation. It's, it's all that. And, I don't ask. I'm over, I don't ask for nothing, And there's people, a lot of people hit me up like, I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry. It's supposed to happen. I got no, people could, people are going to like this person. People are going to like that person, It just is what it is. But I'm just trying to give you what's real, what's true. I only swing from the heart. That's the only thing. I swing from the heart, and that's it. Those who got real hearts, that have a real mind to think logically, can see. And shout out to all you guys, that can, and that stay neutral. That's cool. But hey, this is how it goes, man. Spiritual warfare. It has to go like this because there's a time for war and a time for peace. A time for war and a time for peace. I'm going. Okay, goblins in here. Let's see.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good?
I just came to drop something on you real quick. That issue with across the water, right? Turkey is supposed to be, allied or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're not right now, and a lot of people ain't been covering that. And with them not doing their position along with Israel, that line's directly with Gog of Magog, like directly.
Yeah, I know. I know
Yeah.
Turkey. I know Turkey. Um, what was it? The Khazarians? Who the hell is it?
You talking about ancient time?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Yeah, that's
still
the yup.
they they still have a stronghold on that area. So, um, because actually, a friend of mine is Turkish, and we talk about that all the time. How Turkey is not playing. Uh, they're not playing with the other side. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not getting covered, and this is why there was an earthquake there. It wasn't an earthquake. We all know what happened, but this is why they ravaged that area
Yep.
because they're supposed to be on the side of America, but they're actually not.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, not America, United States, and that
Right.
that
Yeah.
side. We're actually sitting in the wrong goddamn side.
I
That's
know.
the problem. We're sitting in the wrong side. So that's why I come on and do the shit I do every day because we're in the land where this shit is all coming. You know,
Yep. And a lot of people still sleeping on it. It's
yeah,
insane.
still sleeping, man. Like all this correlates to shit we talk about every day, and it is coming here. People are looking for the United States government, the police, and whatever martial law lockdown. That's not happening like that, man. It's
Nope.
not gonna go down like that. It ain't, man. These people, the people that okay, they're already here. You know, they're already over here. Because
Yep.
remember, there's a side that playing both sides. All right, and the whole thing is to do what? To destroy each other.
Yep.
So
And then when you look at the maps for the future as far as the population rates, we got to remember that US and UK was lowered like drastically, you
yep,
know?
yeah, because UK, Australia, anywhere the crown is where this ideology of freedom comes from, and rights and freedom and all this other shit. But people forget that United States, right? We're not going to say America. The United States is actually the newest nation, pretty much outside of what Israel. I mean, think about it.
Yep.
Even though we know United States is a corporation, but what they created as all the countries, which are states, New York State, Pennsylvania, Texas, whatever. These are all countries.
It's
That were
it's it's slick how they did that too. Now, a lot of like the Israelites and the Moorish people have been covering that, right? About
yeah,
how the corporation in the
yeah. Each
person, right?
state, whatever how it is, each state is an actual country. I mean, it's right in front of our faces. That's why each person has a state ID, right?
Yep.
Also, each state has its own constitution, which actually is more powerful than the Constitution. Also, U.S. citizen and citizen is two different things. A state citizen, damn, you just ran that like. A state citizen is different from a U.S. citizen, right? They don't like
Yep.
when you claim state citizen. Like, they call me all kind of shit. I was at court earlier this week. They're like, oh, this is crazy nonsense. Bitch, it ain't my fault. I know that I'm not a fucking U.S. citizen. Fuck, I got a damn ID that says I'm a state citizen. That's two different fucking ball games. 100%. People don't know that. This is all you can look all this shit up. I mean, this is law 101. You have U.S. citizen, you have state citizen, right?
Yep.
I mean, it just is what it is. It's like, so that means you're a citizen of a state, which is a nation, which is a country. And this is why during COVID-19, you saw the federal government had no power over the states. They pretend like, oh, we're just going to let them do it. No, bitch, they showed you they don't have no power. These motherfuckers have no power, zero power, you know? So what power do they have? Where they did January 6th at? That's where they got the power, because it ain't in the United States. That they actually did that in the District of Columbia. Ain't that crazy? You know?
Yeah, that's the whole episode too, and that's what I was saying. Like they did it slick because they want us to, well, they want people to think like if when they start thinking that they realize something, like with the
Be scared, right? Be scared. Don't Be that was all fear tech, and also was a dragnet because they really got people that they went after people that had nothing to do with that, And this is what they're gonna do, man. I mean, this is crazy. People don't understand that we are living in a corporation. It is United States Corporation.
I
You know,
really do that. I really do believe that they have put, like, okay, with the book. I know that not everyone believes in the book, right? But regardless, that's the book
well,
they're
right,
going
right,
by.
right. They're going by that book. Law is structured with that book. All right.
Yep,
When you learn law, you'll realize that damn, this shit is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
So, you know that one or the other, which that the law was created before the Bible, because this goes back to canon, but it was
Yep.
created, but I mean, not before the Bible. These
Well, it's
principles,
Canon laws. You're right, though.
yeah,
I know what you were saying.
right. So the Bible and they both correlate and correspond together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 100%. That's why I tell people, it don't matter what you believe in, it's what they believe in.
Yep.
You can believe in whatever the fuck you want to believe in, but at the end of the day, what they believe in, because they run and operate and control this matrix, that's what they're doing. You know?
Do you think this is what I was trying to ask you? Do you think that maybe they have put these prophecies into the AI algorithm?
Of course they did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because like everything that's been being covered, like the guy um removing itself without removing itself from the driver and all that.
Wait, say that again?
The guy ejected himself and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Remember when the guy ejected himself and then the drone turned around and all that stuff?
Oh, the airplane, the
Right.
F-16 or whatever? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That
Now,
that
now,
that
now, this
it
is a
looks
thing to think
AI.
about, right? Now, that's the thing to think about is, this AI, okay? I mean, think about the electric cars, all this stuff that they're using, the computers, everything like that. I mean, just like you said, it could have ejected the guy, and that shit started flying itself. So think of how they could structure and organize some kind of attack or some kind of war. They could either say it's AI or it's AI itself. But for me, you know, I don't know what you think, but I think that obviously AI can be manipulated, um, because I mean I don't think AI is just some rampant thing that just can run amok and do what it feels and think. Like I can't really get 100% on board with that, because somebody has to create the AI, unless it's some shit from another realm and they dabble in with some different energies, and you want to incorporate CERN with that. I mean, this shit can go way deep. You know what I
Well, you're
mean?
right though. You're right though. It's whoever programmed it
Right.
is
Like
controlling it.
they gotta literally make this some kind of like algorithm or something. I'm not a computer guy, but somebody has to do this. So, you know, like what you said, like the shit ejected the pilot, and that shit took over. They're like kind of telling us like, okay, there's gonna be a cyber attack. They've been telling us for years, and oh god, none of these F-16s or drones have any fucking pilots, so we don't know what to do. We lost control. It's by China or it's by Russia, and they're blowing all this shit up. I mean, who the fuck knows where they can go with this shit? But you're right, man. This shit is it's pretty it's pretty fucking wild, man. But the AI could be a cover to create something to further usher in their order.
Well,
They
yeah. At a minimum, they're using it to do its work for them, and then
Exactly.
they're pitting everyone against each other, which
Exactly.
that's probably one of the biggest manipulation tactics right there. Because if
Right.
everyone's pointing the finger at each other, ain't nobody looking at
Right.
the episode, you
And
know?
that's what they want. They want everyone to kill each other, to fight each other. I mean, that's the Third World War. Albert Pike. You know,
Yeah,
and to add to that, you have, um, like you said, everybody against each other, and you have the AI, right?
yeah.
And you have, that can use these algorithms to get us to fight and shit and do all this other stuff. But hold on one second. I got this message coming in. My bad.
You
I
good?
lost my train of thought because I had this. I'm kind of in
I mean,
mid.
I'm gonna jump down anyways. I just came up for a quick second. I just wanted to point that out that yeah,
Yeah,
the whole turkey thing, man, that's looking
yeah,
a lot like God with Magog. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I tune into the to foreign news sources and stuff, and I see that shit going on in between Syria, Turkey, Iran. The same shit Israel. Like they don't even mention this shit on that mainstream. You know,
Nope.
and that's another thing is like you say with the AI. We're literally being sold a bag of soup compared to the rest of the world through
Facts.
these news conglomerates. So many. You got so many truthers and pulling this stuff here, 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 here. And I'm like, yo, this is the barrel of fucking. This is the crabs in the barrel shit. Like this is the shit
Yep.
they want us to talk about. This is the shit they want us to be. They know conspiracy theorists are on top of everything, so they give conspiracy more than they can ever fucking talk about. This is why this spiritual warfare is so powerful because they need to keep your spirit busy. Because if your God forbid your spirit finds out it's being fucked with, that spirit may turn into that. There's a time
It's
for peace
it's
and there's a
yep.
time for war. See, they know these principles. This is in the Kabbalah. You know, this is in the Kabbalah. Forget the Bible. This shit is in the Kabbalah, right?
You
In the Torah.
you poke anything long enough, it's gonna
Yeah,
turn around and it's gonna be aware. It's gonna
exactly.
actualize itself.
They need to keep us busy, especially right now, because they know that time is collapsing upon itself. Because I don't know about y'all or you, but I wake up on Monday, shit. The next time I feel like I'm realizing it, it's already fucking Friday again. Like time is moving at a pace. Even my
You know,
kids notice it.
it's odd that you pointed that out too, because that goes back to another scripture too, which a lot of people fail. It says that if God did not speed up the days, that there would be no flesh left on the earth. But the side of that is that says there will be flesh left.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty dope.
You know what I mean?
I never knew about that one, but that's
Yep.
pretty
I'm gonna
dope.
jump down though, bro. I'll be listening.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And like I said,
Yep.
anybody come on and chop it up and chat, it's all good. And
All right.
yeah, I appreciate it, Goblin.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So yeah, shout out to Goblin coming up on here, dropping the jewels. And what's up, Truth Matters 22? But yeah, now that's right. I believe they're creating it. It's their time to create because they know the spirit has awakened and they are in fear. Therefore, they gotta move their prophecy, right? They gotta bring in a forefront because they have a lot of people convinced of that prophecy. So they feel that by them having all these people bonded in religions, that those spirits are held down. So look, we can destroy all these spirits, right? We can make the Muslims fight the Christians, fight the Jews, fight all of these different factions that they created, right? Because they know that spirit is awakened. That spirit it is risen, right? They know that spirit's coming back to fuck around, whatever spirit you want to call it. You know, they know it's coming back around. So their prophecy. This is their prophecy, right? That's why it doesn't line up to the spiritual being. It doesn't line up to the people that that know, that can look outside and say, look, man, this is more powerful than what they're telling us, you know. But they do have a faction of people that are locked in this low-level surface understanding the spirituality of their spiritual being. They're looking outside instead of looking inward. All right, that doesn't even line up with the true teachings of these books. It's look inward to project outward. You know, I mean, this is just what is. I mean, we can't even begin to try to go around that. You know, so they're going to manufacture their prophecies, and then because you got them convinced already. I mean, this is like an ultimate checker game plan piece. Like, these are like, the religions are like the king and queen of the chessboard. It truly is. It's like the king and queen of the chessboard. And yeah, man. So, and that's what you're seeing, man. You're seeing the great separation. You're seeing souls yearning for more. Like, shout out to my brother Wise. Like, we talked about this. We was like, yo, you can feel that people are looking for more, and their energy is in a channel, right? Directed in a channel. All this is spiritual. YouTube, the internet, social media even shows you channels. Well, those are channels of energy. And if you could look at the overall aspect, like, you have flat earth channels, you have, Trump channels, you have political channels, you have, finance channels, you have all these different channels of energy, right? But some people are so embedded with, you got the GEMATRIA channels, you got so many different things, and people are embedded in them. You got the Christian channels, you got the Hebrew Israelite channel, you got all these different channels. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's a channel of energy. And you could see how they manipulate and use this energy, right? Because people are dialed in to one thing. A lot of us were dialed into multiple things, right? But they are like channeled, right? And that's why you have TikTok, Instagram, all these different other platforms that have realized this and like, fuck, we got to disrupt this. So let's shorten their attention span down, right? Let's put in feeds. Well, what is feed, right? What is the word feed? I mean, literally, what is the word feed, right? You already know what the word feed, it speaks for itself, right? But we'll go even deeper, right? Feed is to nourish, give food, sustain, foster, right? To feed. So they need to feed your mind and your spirit, right? And what they're suggesting, like Goblin said, is channels, other channels. They want to channel your energy in another direction. This is why most of it's news now, because they're trying to channel you to their spirit, to that low vibrational side, There you go. There you go. Exactly. 125,000%, right? And then you got people get mad at me, because, I mumbo jumbo, I'm talking bullshit, and everything I say is just dumb. It don't make sense. It's just irrelevant. And if you don't have these numbers, right, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't done with that. That's why I said it's spiritual warfare. We're not done with that. We're not done. We're not done with that. Exactly. We're not done. We can be casted a spell too. I got casted a spell. I'm not afraid to admit I got casted a spell. Trying to be neutral and nice. I got casted a spell. When my fellow Wolfpack members was trying to warn me. It's all good. It's all good. They come over, they drop comments and this and that, da-da-da, with no kind of spirit attached to it whatsoever. Just like Truth Fire said, if you got the ears to hear, you will understand the spelling of their words. And those words actually travel through a vessel, which is the human being. And you could hear the spell through the human being, right? You can see that. You can hear that. You can feel that spell. That's why this is spiritual warfare. There's a lot of people that can't even play over here. You can't come play over here. This is a whole different realm of understanding. You can't play over here. This is why they come over here talking about, we don't understand you. This, that. This man over here is the truth. He's our Messiah, you know? And we're not done with that, because it's a time for war and a time for peace. You know, when I'm trying to keep my peace, you know, the Messiah himself drops in and knocks on the fucking door. So what I'm supposed to do, I let him in. I let the Messiah in, right? You know who we're talking about, the Messiah. We're talking about the number Messiah, the GEMATRIA Messiah. So he comes knocking. Okay, he wants to know something. He wants to feel the energy that he can't embody, right? He wants to feel that energy. I know what the fuck's going on. Can't put it into words. I try to the best I can. But it's spiritual warfare. He don't even know why he's here. You know? He don't know why he stepped in and you know, the Aries, right? The ruling sign is in full swing, right? He didn't know that fake Mike is an Aries, right? He didn't know that Wise wake the fuck up, it's 1984 is an Aries, right? He didn't know he was dancing in the wolf pack. He didn't understand that. But we all did. We knew what we knew before he came in. We knew about it already. This is just shout out to my brothers, right? And it's a lot of you in the chat, my sisters in the chat, that know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, right? A lot of things we don't even, when you come up here and you understand things, and we're not better than anybody else. We're all the same. You know, there is no difference between the physical and spiritual when you get to this understanding. It ain't no difference. It's intertwined. It's a 360-degree radius, the physical and spiritual. There is no difference, because the physical reality shows you the spiritual reality. We're surrounded by symbols every day. That's spirituality. All these devices, all this shit is spirituality. This is spirit. These phones read our thoughts. They suggest things to us. Man, this is a spiritual warfare. There ain't nothing physical about the shit. You know? So when we over here, we're in our frequency and our vibes and our understandings, right? We come over here, it's a totally different, it's a different station. This is why the Messiah himself, right? The GEMATRIA Messiah can come over here, knock on my door, let me in. I want to get my energy out. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna lose my shit, because my energy is trapped in numbers, right? Because gematria, right, is used to find the connection and decipher, right, the word of the creator. So if you trapped in the numbers, okay, you trapped in where you're not trying, you're trying to find the next sports game, the next manufactured news story to say, hey, look, it's fake by the numbers. Where your spirit going? Your spirit ain't going nowhere. You know, your spirit ain't, and I enjoy it. I know he come over here for more knowledge, more understanding, more spiritual guidance. This is what he came for. Fuck, he ain't come here to shuck and jive. He know what time it is. He's watching, listening right now. You know, all you got to do is tap into it. People done called you and told you, showed you. People left because you can't do it. They're like, yo, incorporate this right here. Incorporate that right here. Incorporate this over here. How the fuck you're doing gematria, but numerology and spirituality don't come along with it? You know? Come on, man. Exactly, Kim. I want to reach out. You know, this is my brother. I know something's going on. But he can't put himself, because, you know, of the past and all these other things. He can't, you know, he's stuck, man. He's stuck in a loop. You know, this is called the cosmic loop. You know, the cosmic loop. You know, that's why they'll come leave a comment. Oh, I don't trust you. Yeah, right. I could never stand with you in war. Like, seriously? Like, what are you talking? Like, these motherfuckers think they're going to be out there with a machine gun and a flak jacket fighting an enemy. Like, this is some ignorant shit that I've ever seen. You don't believe in violence. Motherfuckers don't understand the concept of violence compared to defense. We are brought here with a fight and flight response. It's not a perpetuate violence response. That's why the prisons are packed up. That's why motherfuckers senseless crimes are happening. That's why, because motherfuckers can't control their energy and they resort to violence instead of a defensive standpoint to say, you know what? They didn't even do nothing to me. Why would I want to hurt this person? The fuck is wrong with these people, man? You know, what is wrong with these people? You know? And I'm gonna take a sip of my chaga. And anybody want to join in? I'll drop the link again. Truth Virus, you want to come in and drop some of that spiritual, that love, whatever, it don't even matter, Whoever else want to come up on here, the chat is open, you know. And like I said, man, it's spiritual warfare, man, at the end of the day. It's all love, because that's what spiritual warfare is. The fight for the love of humanity in creation. That's all it is. To get the bullshit out, the static out, the stop. We got to. But unfortunately, there's psychopaths that want to use this to harm, right? The outward thinkers, right? The outward projectors that project everything upon us, enslave us, hinder us, and put us down, right? So again, like I said, I could talk about it. I stopped, but the war came again, World War II. I was done. I'm done. But now, it is what it is. These people come over, they talk about this and that and this, but they don't even understand, which I'm going to make videos like, you want to learn Gematria? Yeah, write the Matrix. Don't worry. Yeah, write the Matrix. And Wise, wake up. It's 1984. The Book of Thoughts will teach you what Gematria truly is, right? And I ain't even want to go there, because at this point, anybody that's rocking along with that, the way he's presenting it, is doing a disservice to their own spirit. Point blank, period. You're doing a disservice to your spirit. Now, he may be ignorant to the fact, or he's doing this on purpose. I would rather think that he's ignorant to the fact, you know. Yeah, RPM Trey is dope, man. He's just in the wrong side. He just in the wrong side. RPM Trey is really dope, That's true. The greatest statement must go. Essentially, he said there's no reason words should cause physical violence. Exactly, man. If no one is physically threatening you, you cannot respond physically. And the law is written like this. And I say this shit all the time. We all say this shit. And that's 100% correct. But when this guy comes out here and says all this shit, do all this, and da-da-da, and we need this, and we need violence. I mean, this person, you got to say, this is not a spiritual being. This is not anyone who has, let alone his own self, best interest at hand, anybody else's. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Because y'all going to learn Gematria, all right? Because, hey, the man knocked on the door. He's clearly doesn't know and understand Gematria, or he's taking people for a ride. But I would take the lesser of the two, meaning he just don't know. All right. Well, he needs to be taught what Gematria is. See, I knew that there's a reason why, yeah, right, the Matrix never did Gematria. Y'all, it's all here for everyone to see. I never did Gematria because I understand the principles of Gematria. It's spiritual, right? And I know what you're dabbling in. And I also know, it's not my business to say, but I also know that's not Gematria. That's Gematria, right? For one, that's why I tend to think they say Gematria because it's actually called Gematria, right? Gematria. So this is the thing. Like, okay, you come over here. I don't know shit about shit. I talk about sugar, which we had a 2-second debate on there and there was no response. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not looking for that. I want to teach this brother because I honestly feel fucked up. I really feel like this brother is going through something. I can see the stress on him. He's 40. He looks like he's going on 50. I mean, the man has, I don't know. I don't know his personal life, but that's not good. You can see the stress on this man. That isn't good. He eats healthy, but he looks old as hell. He looks super old, man. That ain't good. I mean, I was with him, 2 years ago? He looks old. He's very old looking. That's not healthy. I was telling like, Zach, yo, you want to eat? No, I'm good, How the fuck do you lose? You ain't heavy, but you lose 20 pounds or 25 pounds. There's some stress. Something is eating at the soul spirit that is affecting his body, right? And I feel bad about that shit, Forget all the numbers, forget all that. At the end of the day, damn, is you all right? You know what I'm saying? Is you okay? All these people that follow, there's no spirituality, no real love over there because nobody's asking like, Zach, are you okay? They're not calling in. They're calling in for the drama. They're calling for the latest pics, the latest news stories. Oh, did you see this? Because this is what the GEMATRIA they're dabbling at leads to. It's leading to nowhere, to an empty space, to no spiritual connection because GEMATRIA is not used in that way. Not even close. So y'all could miss me with that because if you want me to teach you GEMATRIA, I can teach you GEMATRIA because GEMATRIA is not what people think it is. This whole thing is all manipulated. There's no spiritual significance to GEMATRIA whatsoever that is being taught out here on these calculators and this internet. It's not. And if somebody would actually go do the research, they'll be like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? I did this a while ago and I actually just got in it again. Who poked me in the back like, here, yeah, right? Man, get your ass over here. Grab me by the arm, get your ass over here, man. If you forgot, I was like, nah, I ain't, my brother Wise. He's like, you forgot. And you go to his channel, he's giving you jewels right before you. But again, it's a frequency you got to come to. And a lot of people that left, because I mean, it is what it is. They see things for what it is. And they're like, you know what? I'm good with that. But again, man, I do feel bad. But you come knocking on my door, dropping in here, talking shit, doing this. You can't build like men, get to the bottom of it. Bygones be bygones. You just got to keep, talking shit. Well, let's teach GEMATRIA then. Fuck it. All right, I'll start doing them. I'm going to start teaching GEMATRIA. All right? The real way, right? And the real way is not teaching the shit. That's the real way. Because this is not me off on a whim full of shit. This is 100% the absolute truth. Okay? And this doesn't even take a brain cell. This doesn't even have to take a brain cell to figure out. All right? Because people come on here and they're like, oh, we could do it on paper. Like, what? You're not. They come here, they telling me and Wise, oh, you can do it on paper. You're doing it on paper way before this, way before that. On paper. We don't even respond to that because that's like saying a fucking 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, it's not going to write on the fucking wall if you give them a marker. It really isn't. And that's the thing. Like, do you either don't know or this is deliberate? You either do not know or this is deliberate because I do know Jewish rabbi, right? I do know a Jewish rabbi, and it's not easy to call a Jewish rabbi and say, well, what is GEMATRIA? Right? It's not hard. This is like easy. This is like, light work. It's not hard. It's not hard. My old job, I had to talk to and train a rabbi to do kosher, right? and we became really cool, right? Real cool. When I go to Florida and in April, when I'm down there, right, and all the Jewish people are down there, they're the most coolest people in the world, and they feel your energy because they're actually in a real study with real understanding, with a real choice of words, and they know how to interact with human beings. And I've always gotten good energy in conversations with these people, not of my own, just eye contact. I'm like, man, they get eye contact. Me and my boys, the same boys that Zach wanted to come on here and talk about my own damn kids. Seriously, this is how dark and how bad that this person has become inside of his own being. It's pretty crazy. It really is pretty crazy, man. It's just not. It blows my mind. And that's why I was like, okay, well, he wants to learn gematria. So me and Wise were like, okay, we're going to teach him gematria because maybe he don't know. Now that's for y'all to decipher. And anybody that rocks out with him, hey, cool, y'all can still rock out with that. But know what y'all doing has nothing to do with gematria. Zero. And this is why Zach gets so angry and, say we don't talk about shit. What a work we do, we don't do anything. But yet we've been doing the same thing, linking so many things together, predicting so many things, showing so many things, but without the numbers. How is that? And not to mention that a lot of stuff that we've all did all around the community, if you want to call it community, Zach has taken and made a video and applied gematria to it. There's been plenty of stuff that I've covered on or I've came out with that Zach does the gematria on it. Stuff that I've even gave him, and then he'll make a video about it. He didn't say, yeah, right, that makes you gave this to me. I didn't find it. How the fuck I found it? And I didn't find it with gematria making these connections, right? Because the true gematria, right, will let you embody the spirit that I come here and talk about that I can't explain, right? To make you understand this shit. Because gematria is spirituality. I'm not going to say gematria no more. Gematria is spirituality, okay? One, I talk about the English language all the time, how it's a spell, how it's casting spells on each other. I talk about that all the time. I also talk about leads. I also talk about etymology of words, but they haven't figured out yet over there in the gematria community, okay? This is 100% facts, and you could go just you can just go a Google search on that, but just ask. Don't even ask Zach, because Zach's going to tell you what is gematria. Well, gematria is the ancient practice of decoding numbers into letters, into words for hidden, whatever meanings, right? That's what he'll tell you, right? Sounds good. Sounds good, right? It sounds good, but it's like a fucking lawyer handing you a fucking 35,000 page document and say, here, read this. And right at the beginning, you read it and you go, oh shit, okay, I get it, I understand it, sign it, and you got it. That's the contract. What I'm basically saying is everybody missed what the fuck gematria is, right? Everybody missed what it is. But hey, came here, maybe he wants me to teach what gematria is, right? Let's see if anybody could hit the chat. What is gematria? Hit the chat, guys. Or anybody want to come here and tell me what gematria is? Or the king himself want to come tell me what gematria is? Or anybody else? Tell me what gematria is. Because maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid and my research is just dumb as fuck. And I'm just a dumbass that can't read, dropped out of school, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know shit about shit but talk about sugar and weed all day. And there's probably a reason, Mr. Mask, why you never wanted a part of this. Is why, I went because of people. The people, humanity, the energy. And it was beautiful. I can't take that away. Even though it's a guy's under a spell, this is why I came well protected, spiritually aligned, I came. you know. But what is gematria? You know, what is gematria? What is gematria? All right. It's, it's over in the first fucking sentence. It's over in the first sentence. You can't go any farther. Any farther than that, you're practicing fucking sorcery, witchcraft, and magic that makes no fucking sense. Though the sorcerer, the creator, can make it make sense. You know, and somebody actually had the nerve the other day, you know, while we were on the street, and said what we were speaking about spirituality is pseudoscience. Like, what in the miss me with that garbage, right? All right. Miss me with it. But listen, since we're gonna you know, gematria, this is what Wiki says it is. It's a Kabbalistic method of interpreting the Hebrew scripture by computing the numerical value of words based on those of their constitute letters, right? That's what gematria is. That's what it is, right? Then I'm gonna have the you know, then I'm gonna have the gematria, the gematria fucking psychopaths that haven't figured out, that don't understand, come over here and tell me he does it on paper, or I'm stupid, or just some shit that is illogical. It doesn't even make any sense, right? Okay. So, what is gematria? All right, it's that simple. What is gematria? So ask yourself, what is the fuck is going on, right? What is he teaching? Because he ain't teaching gematria. He's not teaching gematria. Because in case y'all missed it, I'll run it back. Right? In case you missed it, because it's easy to miss. Easy to miss, and this is how spell casting and sorcery works. Right? All right. And this is coming from a Jewish site, right? What is gematria? And we all know the word, great. Oh, we're not going to go into the word. What is gematria? Refers to a process by which numerical values are ascribed to the letters of this is for another site, of the Hebrew alphabet, right? The Hebrew alphabet. Hebrew alphabet. There's somebody who's on it. Hebrew alphabet. See, Zach came over here, right? He came over here into the door, all into the wolf pack, right? Into the Aries, into the he came into the first, right? Because hey, Aries is the first sign, It is the first sign of the new year, right? You know, it's the first sign of the new year, and we're we want to be playing numerology. We're 6 months from that new year, so it's fitting. It's almost the equinox, right? The solstice of the fall. So I get it. He needs the cleansing. So we're gonna here to cleanse it. We're here to wake and shake you up. Now, I said that I would never debate him on gematria. I didn't say that because his work is this and this and that. It's because you know what? I don't want to have to do this to the guy, right? I don't want to have to do this to him. I don't want to. I feel bad. Something's going on. Like, yo, look, you can do your thing. Do your thing. People want to follow that and rock with that. Do your thing. But I thought we're truthers, right? We're truth seekers, right? We're truth seekers, truth seekers, truth seekers. So why don't we seek the truth? You came over here, maybe you're seeking truth, right? Because I don't think he ever barked up a wise 1984 or in a yeah right matrix tree, you know. I don't think he's ever done that, right? Insults, right? Insults, derogatory statements, deflection. Can't answer real man shit questions. Come on, man. This is what happens when you come over here. You got to come over here with logic and a reason, motherfucker. Like this is like 101. You come over here, you better come with logic and reason. That's why trolls don't function over here, because they don't have no logic and reason. They just have emotions and fucking feelings. They feel hurt because me and Zach is going to that. They feel hurt, so they take it personal. They hate me. Don't even know why the fuck. I ask one. They come drop a comment. I get right to the point. What I do to you? Because you won't stand in violence. You don't believe in violence. You won't stand. I can't stand next to you when we're fighting the enemy. For one, I ain't gonna be next to you fighting any goddamn fucking enemy. I'm gonna be doing what the fuck I need to be doing, spiritually aligned and preparing and in waiting till my fight and flight response is affected, and I will act accordingly. That's what I'll be doing. I ain't gonna be standing out there with you, motherfucker. What the fuck kind of logic is that shit? You guys want to get written off the chessboard quick? Have that thought, have that logic. More power to you. I ain't gonna be there. How would you even invite me to some shit like that? You can't be thinking right, So again, what is gematria? Gematria, right, refers to gematria refers to a process by which numerical values are ascribed to the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. When Zach starts speaking Hebrew, come talk to me. You want to debate me in gematria? Come over here. Let's do it. Forget all the shit putting together. We do that shit every day. That ain't nothing. You ain't telling. There's nothing new under the sun. All the numbers add up. Yeah. Go look up gematria ciphers. You're not gonna find the calculator ones. Go to the ones whose knowledge it is. Not Manly P. Halls, who was a Freemason, occultist, astrologer, sorcerer. Don't go over there, because that makes sense that you're caught in sorcery, witchcraft, and magic without the true principles and meanings of gematria. So nobody can't come to here. If anybody wants to debate me on gematria, the link is in the chat. Come here and we can have a debate, because I'm locked and loaded. Because this is just a tip. I'm just giving you what it says that everybody missed. It's the Hebrew alphabet. Got shit to do, nothing, zero, zilch to do with the English alphabet. Because letter elf, right? Elf is 1, the value is 30. Bet is 2, which is B, right? In their language, bets, right? The letter is like an M, and it's 40. Gama, I can't pronounce this shit. It's 3. The value is 50. I mean, this shit goes up. And there's only 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. What the fuck is going on, guys? What is going on? All you got to do is do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Who's right? Don't even fucking matter. Because I know I'm taking you what's out there. It's the Hebrew fucking language. Go to the sites of all the rabbis, everything, and Google, what is gematria? They're going to tell you. I got videos waiting to post. So you can't even do this in English. It don't work. They're like, yo, that shit over there, those calculators, that's all bull. That's nothing to do with gematria. Those are conspiracy theorists. These are coming from the rabbis itself. And they'll have, that's because they are the leaders and they don't want you to know about this. Yeah, you can convince me with that because I understand etymology of the English language. You can't, this is what happens when you meet emotions and feelings with logic and reasoning. This is all for everybody to see. It's all out there. Everybody can see this. What the fuck is y'all learning? Y'all ain't decoding shit. Y'all ain't decoding nothing. I won last night on the games. I don't look at anything got to do with no gematria. None of that shit. I got an app that shows me statistics on which ones that I should fucking pick. That is so fucking easy. And I don't condone any of this. Just like the disclaimer says, only bet what you can fucking lose. If I can lose 10, 20, 30, $40, guess what? I'm going to lose 10, 20, 30, $40. So y'all can believe that he's doing this and he's changed your life and he's changed. No, you changed your life. Now it's time to go up a notch. Don't come over here because I don't, hey, if you want to come over here, yeah, you can come over here. I'm just saying, don't come over here and tell me this and tell me that and do this and do that. And, you know, and he's just this and he's that. And okay, that's your Messiah, right? That's your Messiah, you know? That is your Messiah, okay? Your false Messiah. That is a false Messiah over there preaching garbage. Shit is straight garbage. Like, I didn't want to come say this, but, you know, I'm like, damn, man, my kids listen to this shit, and he gonna sit up there and talk shit about my damn kids? Like, really? So I'm gonna talk about your kid. The numbers. The numbers. The numbers. Exactly. You're right. You're right. They invented it in the 1500s, but it does not add up. Somebody tried to recreate it, invent it. I came across all that shit. But they don't. But the Jewish, the ones whose teaching this is, do not subscribe to none of that. And they even mentioned Aleister Crowley. They don't subscribe to that. And then you get into, okay, then you start to learn what gematria is. And this is what I already fucking knew. You know? This is what I already knew. The spiritual side of it. And it's all about the word, right? The word, right? The word. That's why they use black ink, the word, on white and parchment paper, right? Even in the legal system, even in the Bible, the black letters, right? They use black, right? The black is the unseen forces, right? The white is a purity, is the light. See, this is where you know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. This is when you know you done fucked up. And the reason why, okay, remember, the black is the unseen, right? It's the unseen, right? Is the thought, right? And it meets the spiritual sense, the light, the white, creation. And when it hits that paper, because the Jews, right, they believe, right, Hebrew is the original language of humanity. The original, meaning this is it. It don't go underneath this. This is where it all stems from. This is it. This is where it all stems from. So when they inscribe the thought on the paper, on the white, they just created. They just created, right? The word will form an image. They even talk about this. You name a table. That shit ain't no goddamn table. You know how it became a table? Because collectively, intelligent spiritual beings said that's a table. Said that's a bird, right? We're going to collectively, okay, that's a bird, right? They're going to put it down on white parchment. It just is, right? It's foreseen, right? It's foreseen. Cause I don't know shit about nothing, right? I don't know nothing about language. I don't know nothing about words. I don't know nothing about, but it's foreseen, right? Therefore, it's foreseen. Okay, we see that bird. We got to give it a name. You know, because we're in touch with nature, because it all encompasses everything. It encompasses nature, right? This encompasses nature, the creator, creation, God, that you can't put into fucking words. In the Torah, they even know and understand you can't put the word of God into words. You can't do it. And this is why gematria, right, is simple. It's fucking simple. It's the numbers, numerical values ascribed to the letters of the Hebrew alphabet, not the English alphabet. And they have all the ciphers. They don't look like what's being shown to y'all. Nothing. Unless a motherfucker speaking Hebrew, hey, come talk to me. You go on these ciphers and put in mother, father, Jesus. See if your numbers come out this like this shit over here. I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know? And there's a flip side to all this on what possibly he could be doing over there, you know? But I'm just saying, you don't know the gematria? Okay. Learn gematria. GEMATRIA. That's what it's called. You know? I mean, it really wouldn't take much effort to get a rabbi to come on the channel and talk about gematria. And I said, what about this over here? And, you know, most rabbis are very respectful. They'll probably chuckle. But I bet you they'll explain it. So, what is gematria? Anybody can Google it. So can't nobody come here dropping any comments. All that is dead. All that, what anybody is talking about, what Zach is doing is divine. It's like, oh, changing reality, it's waking people up. Okay. Yeah, he might be waking people up, but what's he waking people up to? Shit that they're going to wake up to anyway. They just stumble across, you know, him and this and that, and they believe that it's numbers. And unfortunately, you're into a whole nother concept, and you become like that sorcerer. You become bonded in that religion. That's why a lot of the people in gematria sound and talk and speak the same. We all know it. It is what it is. We all know it. They're all quickly triggered to, you know, fucking kill you. Same energy I talk about every day. Quick to fucking just come down and kill you. You know? Violence. Their Messiah speaks violence. They perpetuate, they talk violence. Right? Their Messiah uses all these different derogatory words and everything. They all use the same shit. You know? I mean, it just is what it is, man. It's funny, not one fucking troll is in here. They know that there's not one troll in here. The title shot them away. See that word? I put that shit in Yiddish on purpose. I did that on purpose. That right there in itself is spiritual. And boom, there it is. See, this is the game that, man, they don't teach this shit. You can't teach this understanding. You can see it, but you can't teach it. You got to embody this shit. You know? You got to embody it. You got to embody it. And this is straight truth. I mean, anybody can look this up. Gematria is a Kabbalistic method of interpreting Hebrew scriptures. Hebrew language, not English language. Not the English language. You got to ask yourself, who the fuck put this shit out here? This is another flat earth. No wonder why you don't like flat earth. This is another flat earth. Think about it. The whole thing is like a flat earth. It's actually kind of, flat earth actually has more substance. I mean, think about it, you know, because this is just some shit. Who made up these numbers? Right? You could pretend it's something. Oh, this is what they're using on the news. They're using 33 and 6 and 9 and all this other shit. Man, study that shit in Hebrew. You'll see exactly what the fuck they're doing. Why they use that goddamn number, or what the fuck it means when you see the number 518 or 519 together, or 99 or 666. What it really means, or 66 or 9. Look the shit up. And how they cast the word upon you to keep you in a state, right? Because they're using this shit. It ain't the same ones that are divine. It's the other side that that's fucked up. Once you quickly realize, you're like, God damn. People hate these people, but what the fuck? They in line with all the right spiritual shit. You're like, wait, these people don't hate? I've been around these fucking people. They're not full of hatred and rage like we've been told and all this other shit. They're actually upright. They're standing upright. They're standing on a fucking square. and walking in that path. And wonder why all the blessings are coming. God damn, they ain't playing with the fucking world. You know? They're not playing with the world. So again, what's being taught, guys? You know? Shout out to, like, again, Wise Wake Up 1984, because it's time to teach GEMATRIA. You know? Oh, where do you get your understanding on how to do all this? I can't understand you. You know, I don't know. People, they're like, oh, what the fuck's he talking about? I can't understand it. Well, guess what? Once you read the motherfucking Torah, you'll see that, goddamn, yeah, right, said this exact fucking same thing. Why the fuck is it in the Torah? Why is it over here in the fucking, why does the ancient Hinduism understanding, a Buddhist understanding, a Taoist understanding? What the fuck's going on? Why is the Bible principles in here? Why is the Quran principles here? What the fuck is going on? So again, that gematria is for the Hebrew language. Okay? The Hebrew language. That's it. That's where it stops. And a rabbi, you can go fucking Google your ass off, and you'll be like, damn. I'm sorry your fucking day's gonna be wrecked and crushed, but you hit Google search, you can. And I'll show you how, yeah, right, the Matrix gets a lot of his information, because I'm not a fucking dumbass, but apparently I'm some dumbass. I don't know nothing about shit, and nobody's over here, and everybody's over here because of, the Messiah himself. Well, we know that ain't fucking true, because my first channel, I think I had more people than he. I had more brothers and sisters than he did. So did Wise, But it is what it is. All right. All you got to do is do a Google search, and you can go real deep. Go way deep. But gematria is for Hebrew. 22 letters. Another cipher does 20 letters and then 8. Right? And then there's another cipher. Oh, well, we can go into the some of the ciphers, We can go into some of the ciphers, and this is coming from a Jewish site, not the internet, not what somebody wrote up. This is coming from the people who study and use this stuff, who speak Hebrew, who translates it in English, but does the gematria in fucking Hebrew, not English. Not English. I don't know how that don't ring a bell. And that doesn't even make any fucking sense. How are you going to take a word that has 20 meanings in English and say, oh, it's this? Are you fucking kidding me? I knew this shit. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not about to do this, because I already know what time it is. But when somebody comes kicking in the fucking door, ball-rogging, insulting my brothers and sisters, dancing with the fucking wolf pack, and he's a fucking a dingo deer, but we got to shred him the fucking apart, get him up out of here. And if you want to debate on gematria, well, we can have a debate on gematria. We're gonna pull a rabbit out. Right? Why is it showing you the same thing? And he's gonna show you the same thing. And yesterday we ain't even talked. This is how spirituality works. We ain't even fucking talk to each other. But he texts me out the blue. I'm like, wait, what? This is the same shit that I'm doing right now. Then I'm like, yo, call me. Talked on the phone. And he's like showing me shit like, yo. And I'm like showing him shit like, yo. We like, wow. We like, oh, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah. Exactly. How many people were wrecked after New York City? And it was all the people who dabbling into the numbers. It was a lot of bad shit that happened. See, I came protected. You know what I'm saying? I came with protection, spiritual protection. You know, I seen the beauty. I came with an umbrella. This motherfucker, he don't know nothing about this shit. I came with an umbrella. You know, I came with an umbrella. When we were in OKC, that vegan restaurant, all that beauty, all that shit, that was me. That was me. I did all that shit. I talked to the owners before anything. They were building with me and just amazed and just, you know, boom, and work that energy. Same thing in Buffalo. Sunshine Vegan Eats. Same. That was me. You know, I'm not up there fucking telling people I'm God, follow me, kiss my fucking toes. Anybody beneath me, I wipe my ass with them. You fucking coon niggas. You know, always on my. I don't do. Nah, that ain't me. You know, a lot of people were wrecked. Look at Rambo. What happened to Rambo? Fucking around with this shit. And he was mad because Rambo didn't do so much of the GEMATRIA. He was into the. He already knew. His spirit already knew what time. His spirit was way too big for fucking the Messiah. His spirit was way too big. It's spiritual warfare, man. You know? Spiritual warfare. That's what this is. And again, GEMATRIA is for the Hebrew language. Hebrew. Why the Hebrew? Again, it was the purest. They believe that is the purest form of language, Hebrew language. That's why it's in Hebrew. Right? This is why. Not the English language. And why? It's not just because of that. Like this, he's not going to tell you the spiritual side of it. The spiritual side is the unseen, is the thought, is the creation, right? It comes out of darkness, which actually is light. They use in parchment paper, right? The white background is for what? To be brought to the forefront, to be seen. Therefore, when they write, now whatever they write becomes what? Law. Cosmic law, universal law, laws of man, right? This is where law comes from. You know? See, I'm going to tell you this. That's why it's always black pen, you know, in law and legal and all it's black ink and sign in black and all this other shit. It comes from these understandings, right? You know? What's good, bamboo? So, and again, this is not gonna be no drawn. I gotta, hey, I'm doing this for, you know, spirit. This is spiritual. People want more. This is it. You know, people that's over there with the Messiah of the numbers. Y'all looking for more? This is it. This is it. This is more. Bust your spirit out of the shit. You know, or stay with it. It's up to you. I'm just giving you the real. This is real shit, real talk. This is really what the fuck's going on. This is real. This is what's going on. GEMATRIA is not in Hebrew. It's not converted. It has nothing to do with GEMATRIA, which is the real spiritual essence of words, right? Letters, right? Spirituality, spiritual essence. It's nothing to do with that. But like I'm gonna play before I get up off here, the Ergay Bezmanov, right? Right? I'm gonna take a timeout and sip some of this chaga, and I'm gonna just let it rip real quick, right? I'm gonna let it rip real quick. I'm gonna let it rip real quick, and because they're gonna come over here, you know. and talk all this shit with emotions, feelings, but not any other thing like, you know what? I never looked into that. Let me look into it. They ain't even gonna fucking go look it up. They're gonna say, oh yeah, Wright's a fucking crazy man. He's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's a fraud. What is their favorite fucking words? He's a fraud. He's a fad. He's this. He's just talking out of his ass. He's full of shit. He's talking bullshit. Right? But we're gonna play Sergei Bezmenov. Take a time out.
And all his experts would even dream of such a tremendous success. Most of it is done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. As I mentioned before.
And why would they come do that? Like Zach, they have no moral standards or principles, and they lack spiritual substance, right? They have no morals or principles, which GEMATRIA is based upon. Number one of all things when practicing using GEMATRIA, you need to have morals and principles, right? Morals and principles. You got to have morals and fucking principles. Just like Sergei Bezmenov said, Americans do shit to Americans. Look what's going on with us. We're fighting amongst each other, right? I didn't ask for this shit, but I guess I was called upon to do a certain task, and this is the task that I'm here to do. And this is why I never dabbled with it, because I'm like, I mean, I know this shit. When you've studied religious texts, one being the Torah, right? Understanding Kabbalah, I mean, the Quran, the Bible, the Masonic Bible. I mean, so many different texts, you know, understanding Hinduism, understanding Taoism, understanding Buddhism. This is just what you just know. You just know certain things, you know? So, back it up.
Most of it is done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. As I mentioned before, exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic truth, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boot crashes then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization.
See? They're demoralized, man. They are demoralized under these numbers and the spell casted. They're demoralized. And like I said, I'm good with it. I fuck with Trump supporter. I don't care if the GEMATRIA shit. But don't come over here, put me down and drag me through the mud and try to send shots at me when you firing fucking blanks. You can't do that. You know, that's why would I? That's like me coming over there saying, Zach, your numbers are shit about shit. That's like me telling you your numbers are shit about shit about shit, and nothing you do is shit about shit about shit. I don't do that. Because whatever you're doing over there works. That works for what you're portraying, but this isn't no GEMATRIA. It's no GEMATRIA. And I'm not saying it works. It works because you're the creator behind it that makes it works by using whatever these fucking calculators are doing, when you could go to multiple different calculators that are fucking different. I mean, it just is what it is. Oh, it does it on paper. Well, you cannot do GEMATRIA in English. It don't fucking work. It's just not work. It don't work like that. I predicted this on this date and that date. Well, it ain't fucking hard to go every fucking day and say what happened in history on this day. I mean, if you're a historian, you know all this shit. Historians could be like, oh, well, that day, yeah, I remember Oh, that's why this story happened on that day. There's people that do that all the fucking time. There's people that are good at history and that are truthers that do say on this day, wow, on that day, you know, on this day, add all this. They ain't use no fucking numbers. You know? They're not using no fucking numbers. So again, you could show people over there, look, GEMATRIA is not, where the fuck did you get this idea, right, from? Start there. Manly P. Hall? Why don't you study who the fuck he is? You know? How the fuck is everybody against Freemasons? Freemasons are bad! Freemasons! But yet, mention Manly P. Hall in the same breath. That's like saying, that's like having your face in an ass crack saying, I eat ass. Yeah, your face is in the ass crack, dumb fuck. Of course you're eating ass. I mean, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. Okay, I mean, think about it. How the fuck does that even make remotely close to making any sense? I mean, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. Right? Manly P. Hall, right, was a Canadian author, lecturer, astrologer, mystic, and Freemason. Over a 70-year career, he gave thousands of lectures, puffed over 150 books, right? Secret Teaching of All Ages, The Lost Keys of Freemasonry, right? Some of his works, right? The Secret Teachers of All Ages. Hall has become significantly known and respected as an interpreter and lecturer of many ancient writings. He utilized print and word for mouth advertisements. So All right, let's go down here. The greatest, in 1988, he wrote, the greatest knowledge of all time should be available to the 20th century, not only in the 1 shilling editions of the Bonn Library, in a small type and chubby binding, but in a book that would monument, not merely a coffin. John Henry Nash agreed with him. Some people don't even know what the fucking Henry George Bond is. They don't even know. I mean, seriously. Henry George Bond, right? They don't even know who the fuck he is. From the library. I mean, this shit is crazy, man. But that's just is what it is, you know? I mean, why was this put out there? I mean, it's got nothing to do with fucking Hebrew gematria. You know, member of the Rosicrucian Fellowship. I mean, maybe he just likes, you know, Manly P. Hall's damn self, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, this is where, you know, this is what he always quotes. You know, that's not where the shit came from, man. Stop telling people that. It's the Hebrew language, not English language. All right? Hebrew language. English language. Gematria does not come from the English language. You can do it, but it's not what it's for. ABC to 26. It's not for that. That's why you got to keep repeating the shit. It's only I mean, it's just how Gematria is done in the Hebrew writings. It does not even, I mean, it just, the numbers are literally, they add zeros on them. I mean, it is what it is. You know, and it's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. It's not even fucking 26. You know? So again, guys, it just is what it is, man. Learn gematria, you know. But that says, you know, it's based on the first four methods of calculating numerical values of the letters of the Hebrew alpha, known as mispar hekareah. You know, absolute or normative value. Each letter is given a specific numerical equivalent. Aleph equals 1, Bet equals 2, Gamal equals 3, and so on until Yad, the 10th letter, which equals 10, right? Then the next letter, Kaf, equals 20, right? Then it'll say, oh, just counting all over again, but they got a 0 against them. Then Lam, which equals 30, and so on until Kaf, which equals 100. Then the last three letters, Resh, Shin, Taf, equal 200, 300, and 400 respectively. The final forms of the letters Kaf, Men, Nun, Pa, and Zoda used when these letters appear at the very end of a word. Think about that now. Are often given the same numerical equivalent as the standard form of the letter. Sometimes they are given the values of 500, 600, 700, 800, and 900 respectively. This brings the numerical equivalents of the Hebrew alphabet to 1000 for the Aleph. The first letter can also symbolize 1000. The word Aleph can also be read as Aleph, meaning 1000. The next two methods of gematria calculation are mispar sedera, ordinal value, which each of the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet are given a number between 1 and 22, and mispar katan, reduced value, where every letter is equal to a single digit number. This is accomplished by removing the value of 10 or 100. Thus, the Aleph equals 1, but so do the Yad and the Kaf, which equals 10 and 100 in the absolute or normative value system. In these last two systems, the 5 letters that have the final forms are usually given the same values as a standard form of all letters. At times, they are assigned specific value. Then there's another one. Then they have the fucking chart. I mean, it's nothing like what y'all learning. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Not a thing. It's pretty wild, man. It truly is. So, what are y'all learning, you know? What are they learning over there? That's all I'm saying, man. It's not gematria. From my research, they're not learning gematria. No way, shape, or form. It's not coming from no ancient times. It's not gematria. It's not what the Kabbalists use. It's not that. So what the fuck is it? You know? You know, it's not that. So what is it? All you got to do is Google, search, what is gematria in Jewish language, Jewish culture, in Kabbalah, in the Torah. What does gematria mean? Don't do the random shit, because you're going to come up with all this other bullshit on the fucking internet that makes zero fucking sense. And even if you go to these sites, the Jewish, the rabbis will tell you it's not gematria. You can't even debate it. It's not gematria. You can't fucking debate it. You were just apologizing on the stream before. Now you're back to this. I don't understand. Well, what you don't understand, okay, if you watch the video, you'll understand why I'm doing this, all right? You'll understand. So again, this right there, this is an emotional statement without having no logic, all right? We're truth seekers, right? I'm here dropping truth. I came, they call you a truther, all this stuff, all right? I'm not the one. Don't come over here with stupid shit. Like, go over and ask him why he came in my realms, right? My lower realms of not being a nobody. You know? That's what you should be asking. Don't ask me. You know? If you like Zach, go over there. All right. If you can't see what's being laid out to you, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know? And again, I did apologize. Right? I did. But, you know, there's a creator that's involved in this. And when the creator says, you know what? The people got to know. There's a time for war and a time for peace. I'm gonna read you something where GEMATRIA comes from, right? Let me read something where GEMATRIA comes from, okay? Let me read it. All right. Where we at? Hold on. Let me find it real quick. Let me find it real quick. That's all I'm saying. And I mean, I extended my hand out beyond fucking the. I went over. I went above and beyond and back and up and down and left and right. And this motherfucker still, you know, still the way, still doing the same shit. You know, you should be asking. What you asking me? Go ask him. If this is your Messiah, you know, this your Messiah. Go ask him. Don't ask me. I'm not in control. I'm over here doing my own thing. You know, I can't do my own thing. You're asking me why? I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know, we're free, right? We're free. We're free spirits for now. You know, well, you got to do a better job of observing. No offense, but you got to do a better job of observing. That shouldn't even come out of your mouth. You should be listening instead of chatting. You'd be like, damn, I didn't know this. What do people need to know about this? I mean, there's a whole entire thing based off of something that is baseless. It's nothingness. What's going on? Why is this happening? Then check on the Messiah. You okay, man? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why all this? Why are you so angry every day? So mad? What are you dabbling with, man? You know, it is what it is, man. We in the end. It's the end times, man. You don't see the title of this video? Spiritual warfare. Like you can't just come walk. You can't walk blindly. You just came in, didn't even read the fucking sign on the door. It said spiritual warfare. Spirits are freely. Last time I thought, you know, spirits are free. They ain't trapped us yet. You know. So it's all good, man. It's all love, man. That's why I'm doing this. This ain't out of hatred. This ain't out of hatred and anger. This is out of love. Something's going on. You know, this is what is. I'm not creating this out of my ass. Anybody go look up. This is not GEMATRIA. What is being portrayed is not GEMATRIA. GEMATRIA is the practice of numerical letters and numbers in the Hebrew language. Nowhere does it say English. It just doesn't. Do your research. Don't do surface level trash research. Research where it's said to come from. You go right there, boom, it says Hebrew. Wait, well, where'd the English part come in? Who did that? Like, where does that come from? It's not a teaching from Jewish mysticisms or Kabbalah or the Torah. It's just not. Zero. You can't even debate that. Doesn't take a second. Doesn't take a second to figure that out. Right? Okay. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. But shout out to all you guys anyway. So you don't think there's a miracle code related to the English language as well? Is it GEMATRIA? No. If you could prove it to me, prove it to me. Because it don't even take a brain cell to figure that the GEMATRIA is not for the English language due to the fact words have so many meanings and due to the fact the English language is unpure. And that's coming from the same people who created GEMATRIA. It's an unpure language, the language of the Gentiles, right? The Goyim. I mean, come on. You want me to keep going deeper to why there's so many fucking the different meanings and why we're using the English language to further embed us beneath, right? I mean, are you kidding me? You can't be serious. Gematria is for the Hebrew language. It is not for the English language. 100 a millionth percent. Not even debatable. Just because they got this, that doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's true. You could believe it's true. You take away the numbers, the knowledge is still there. We all connected all the same shit. All of us connect the same shit. All of us predict shit. You know, we just do. And a historian can predict shit, right? And I do believe Zach has a good mind. You don't even have to put numbers to it. You could figure out like, okay, such and such happened on this date. So on this date, it's a possibility that something could happen. That could happen. 100%. But I've been watching, it ain't been no predictions. Nothing. Nothing that nobody ain't foreseen. So, there's not. So I hope I answered that question. So you don't think there's a numerical code in relation to the English language? It ain't Gematria. There might be, but it's not Gematria. It ain't Gematria. Definitely not. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It does not tie to, just because you believe it doesn't mean it's true. You believe it does, but Gematria, what is being taught, and all these different things. I mean, you got satanic Gematria. Like, what the fuck even is that? What is satanic Gematria? Like, it's literally being shown, like, yo, what kind of sorcery and magic is this? Because this does not align with the Kabbalah or the Torah or the teachings in Gematria. So what the fuck is going on? This is a copyright infringement on the knowledge of Gematria. You can't do it in the English language. One, right? You can't do it. If you want to debate me on it, we can go ahead, because I'm locked and loaded. You can come on here. I dropped the link again. I got to take a quick time out, because I'm not going to be on here for 5 hours. I'm probably going to end it in like another 10 minutes, because I got shit to do. There's real shit going on. I got shit to do. So if you want to sit here and support some shit that you definitely ain't got a foundation in, be more guests, because I'm about to rat-a-tat-tat. I never hesitate to put a fool on his back on this Gematria shit, right? Point blank, period. It's not Gematria, hands down. You tell me what it is. Teach me. That's what I'm doing this for. What the fuck is it? It's not Gematria. What we've been told is it's an ancient Kabbalist teaching practice of numbers and letters and coding them, and that's not it, because we did all the research. Me and Wise already went there, back, around again, back and forth. We already knew it, but we're going back again. We're touching up. We're like, yo, it's right there in the contract. First 4 fucking letters. Hebrew language. In the Hebrew language. In the Hebrew language. That's 4 words. In the Hebrew language. We're playing numbers in the Hebrew language. We're truth seekers, man. We're truth seekers. Exactly, Angel. Free your mind. You're caught up in a loop of something. That's why it's so dark over there. When you remove yourself, you're like, damn, it's nice. That's why Zach came back over here like, man, I thought he was going to keep going. I thought he had energy like me. No, bitch, I can stop. I don't need to keep going. But you come dancing over here, you must want to learn something else. You know? You must want to learn something else. Because I'm not insulting you. I'm not putting you down. I'm not doing any of that. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the other shit. It may not have been true. That shit about you built all that, whatever that website was, but it was on the internet. So I'm just saying, I've never seen it. If y'all, boom, here, this is it. I'm just showing you I'm not creating nothing. I don't got to pull nothing out of my ass. Same thing with GEMATRIA. I'm like, well, I want to show them what GEMATRIA is. Shit I already knew because I did a research. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. And then, I'm like, okay. Yep. And then, I tried to, look at like what he does with the sports. I'm like, it just says can. Give you all these numbers, says can. I don't understand none of this shit. Maybe I don't know GEMATRIA. So I go over there. I'm like, damn, don't nobody know nothing really. It's all can. And I was Zach, just give me the fucking pics. I ain't got time to sit can. Oh, just go over there, look up it. Look. Damn, like I try to give him point, like, yo, put the pics out. Boom. And then that comes, because it would be, I mean, it's all statistics, man. It's all statistics. So again, free your mind. That's it. Just free your fucking mind. A lot of people are trapped in this shit, run around perpetuating violence, being madmen, right? Come over here and tell me they won't stand with me because I'm not about violence and I can't stand next to you. We're fighting the enemy. Like they got motherfuckers think they're going to be on the streets with fucking like commando fighting against an invisible fucking enemy that they've been doing for years all around the fucking world for eons. Magically, we think that we're going to be shooting bullets at this fucking enemy. What in the fuck? That's not safe. There's people that thinking like this, man, behind this man talking this shit. Go in YouTube and go commando and all. Somebody might do that shit one day. Off what? Some fucking numbers? I mean, come on, man. I'll give y'all some ergay again.
And all his experts would even dream of such a tremendous success. Most of it is done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. As I mentioned before, exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boot crashes then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization. So basically, America is...
All right, guys, sorry about that, but I'm back. No. That was just me. I cut it off. I just had to go do something real quick. But yeah, exactly. Exactly, Exactly. It can't be that many coincidences in the fucking world. Makes you wonder about a lot of shit. you know. But now forget. I don't care about anything in personal life. We just talking about facts now, you know. We already done went down all them roads, but facts is facts, and one of the facts is gematria is not the practice of encoding letters, practice of decoding letters with numbers from the Kabbalistic, ancient Kabbalistic teachings and all that other shit. It's just not. It's Hebrew language. It's not English language. Am I good? Are we good? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Let me know if we're good. Okay. Like I said, man, shit. I mean, this is what it is. You know? That's how energy works. I said I didn't want any more, nothing. But when they come to me, then I gotta respond. That's energy coming. That's something being drawn out. Something wants me to bring something out. That's how this works. I can't just shut it off and shut out the wise. We talked about the same thing. The creator, the energy, whether it's through the people, whatever has moved us, has moved him, right? Maybe he needs saving, maybe he needs saving. Maybe something's eating him alive inside. We don't know. And I don't want to see nothing bad happen. I'm not like Zach. I don't want to die, motherfucker. I hope you get offed or 86th or all this other shit, right? I don't want to see none of that shit. I don't want to see anything happen to Zach. I don't want to see his channel fucking deleted. I don't want to see people leaving him. I just want people to see the shit for the truth. That's it. We truth seekers. Seek the truth. Look deeper. I mean, shit. Where do you know all this stuff? You're speaking spiritual mumbo jumbo. Okay, yeah. Most of the shit that I'm saying is sitting in the fucking book itself, right? Here they go. They all rolling in now. Hey, I got all the messages out. You threatened Zach the other day. I didn't threaten anybody. I think the worst thing I said, and it's the truth, that ain't threatening. Telling the truth that is threatening. I said, if we were together and you said something like that about me or in front of my kids talking, I'd be like, I would tell you chill. And it would go from there. That's not threat. I would never do something to somebody. All the shit to say, you come here to say that. I mean, this guy, he was here the other day. Pseudoscience, yeah. What about your Messiah over there? What's he teaching? Can you enlighten us? Because I want to know. Because now I want to know now. I want to know. You said he'd be off first. I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth. I would say he would be off first. Maybe I was going on through a thing, like I just said earlier. If there's a societal breakdown, he'd be off first, meaning he would be the first to off himself, or something would happen, because thinking recklessly in that way will get you fucked the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about. Do I need to clarify that? Most people probably knew what I was talking about, but I know we got to turn the frequency down because people don't understand sometimes where we're at. I get it, So that might have been what I said. So if you want to go from word for word instead of, I mean, this is the type of stuff that is over there. People that cannot think, people that think about emotional stuff instead of logically. I mean, this is what it is, man. So if you want to take that and run with it, hey, run with it. I mean, this is the internet. That's what we do. We run with nothing. But it does not take the fact that gematria is not the study of letters and numbers in the English language. It ain't. It don't even make sense. Here, I'll do this for you. Since you got anything to offer, but just illogical statements, upstate Israelite? You got anything to offer? Backtracking and this and that and da-da-da, this and that. You got anything to offer? Y'all could roll in, you know, bring your Messiah down, you know. Like, come on, what is Gematria? Somebody come teach me what Gematria is. Because according to where they say it comes from, it has nothing to do with the English language. And even when they do Gematria, they'll teach you in English, they'll use Hebrew and then come up with the values and then teach you back in English. They're not taking the English and doing Gematria. No, it don't work like that, because the ancient teachings have a spiritual essence and connection with it. That's when you move your piece in front of the king, checkmate. Get out of that one. Only thing you can do is flip over the goddamn chessboard. Listen, man, the link is about to be posted. You can come up here and you can share it with everybody, but high probability that shit ain't gonna happen. But here it go. If you can chat, you can talk. Ain't no excuses. Anything else is a cop-out. There it go. I mean, I don't talk. I don't do none of that. Chat, talk. If I want to talk, I come talk. There's a chat. Jump in. Figure it out. And I'll bring you on in. So you can't run from that. Psychopolis. What's good, Daniel Amico? No, we're just teaching Gematria over here because apparently the Messiah himself doesn't know what Gematria is as the other day. And I'm just teaching Gematria today. Because y'all got, apparently all these teachings come from a Freemason. We talk about Freemasons every day, right? We don't talk about astrology, right? But all this comes from a Freemason who was an astrologer, right? And amongst many other things. Okay, that's where these teachings came from that is being taught, but it does not come from Kabbalah, because Gematria it boils down to, I'll just fucking read it again so I don't fuck up the words. It's not the backtrack, because people like to say, you said this. So let me just read the definition of what is Gematria. Okay, we're not even getting into Metatron, right? We're not going to get into all that stuff. I mean, good God Almighty. All right. I'm New Age. Come on here, New Age. I'm giving you ancient teachings. You know, I'm giving you ancient teaching, upstate. You come teach us something, man. I dropped the link. You can't come on here. That just goes to show you. You're New Age. Okay. Gematria. This comes from a Jewish rabbi site, right? It's called Jewish Learning, My Jewish Learning. Gematria is a numerical system by which Hebrew letters, right? Not English, not English letters, correspond to numbers. Hebrew letters correspond to numbers. This system, developed by practitioners of Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, derived from Greek influence and became a tool for interpreting Bible texts. In Gematria, each Hebrew letter, not English letter, right, is represented by a number. For example, F, Bet, and it's not A, B, C, C, F, A, L, E, P, H in English equals 1. That's fucking 5 goddamn letters. That equals 1, right? But in Hebrew. So it's actually just one letter, which is the first letter. The second letter is B-E-T, bet, but it's one letter in Hebrew. So this is just too much. This is too much for people to swallow, you know? Too much for y'all to swallow. So again, man, I'm New Age, but you can't come on here and teach me anything that, you can't teach me anything. And I'm open to listen. Like, that's one thing about me. I'll hear what you got to say. Enlighten us. We're truth seekers. We seek the truth. Nobody should be off the table. Come get heard. But it is what it is, man. This is what GEMATRIA is. And the people that follow it, I mean, unfortunately, it is like a cult. What they deem a cult is people talking the same, acting the same, thinking the same. It's just another religion, a small little religion over here. You know? I mean, literally, I've dropped the link, join the link, teach us. You know, instead of insults, your feelings and emotions don't even matter. Like, that's just like, it's over there. That's why I said with emotion and feelings, when a shit hits the fan scenario, you're going to panic out of your emotion and feelings. You're going to feel panic. You're going to feel desperation. You're going to fucking panic. You got to think logically. That's why I always can be in dire situations, the one that thinks logically in real life. I did this shit on camera before. Literally, plenty of times, car accidents happen in front of me. I had to get out, help people, get shit in order. Buffalo, I was in Buffalo for fucking 2 days, from saving people, bringing people, saving people, and actually being on the streets, having to direct and move traffic because people are panicking, they can't figure it out. Like, yo, calm down. Look, relax, man. We all, that person to be calm in fucked up situations. That's why I can sit here and say people with emotions and feelings, you're going to be fucked up. Because, yeah, right, it's been in plenty of fucked up situations. I've been out there at the protest, shot at with fucking, water bottles, pepper balls, all kind of shit, mace sprayed. Why can't I remain calm? Everybody running. What the fuck I'm running for? I got a gas mask to fuck on. I'm fully fucking armored the fuck down. I can't feel the pepper ball. I'm out here documenting this shit. I mean, get out of here, man, with this dumb shit, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what? I mean, Zach, go scream on a corner. That ain't what I do. I don't go scream on a corner. Fuck, I'm gonna scream on a corner for? That's effective? Come on, man. He couldn't even accept the apology. Then he got to go further and talk shit about my family and shit. I mean, that's crazy. Like, let's go show his character, man. This is their Messiah, man. Their false Messiah is, man, don't cross your Messiah. Don't disagree with your Messiah. Like, they all got to agree and line up with their Messiah. That's why they all praise him. They all talk like him. They all like, it's crazy, man. They can't be themselves around Zach. I was always myself. That's why he ain't like me. Why don't you fall in line? Why don't you hold a sign? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And da-da-da. Motherfucker, because we an individual. What do you mean? I'm still there. Respect that. I'm still holding together. I'm doing my piece. Capturing good moments. Narrating good moments. The reason why my stream got deleted, yours stayed the fuck up. Yeah. There's a reason. They're like, this motherfucker calling shit out as it happens. But anyways, at the end of the day, even for his trolls, I feel bad. Why don't y'all go check on your boy? Is he okay? Is he okay? But like I said, look, the guest is empty. He ain't even commenting no more. The guest is empty. I'll post it again. I'm just sitting here showing y'all how GEMATRIA ain't GEMATRIA, not the one I know. They ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't sitting there. And I'm going to read you another thing that comes from a Jewish rabbi on what he said. Okay. Let me take a minute to go through if I ever have to debate, let me take a minute to go through my notes because they are well ready to go. Yeah, I mean that is right. But hey, when I give out, I don't really, it don't really bother me. But it's all good. All right, where is it at? Okay, right. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Gematria is still used today. Right? Let me get the right one. Numerous contemporary Jewish books have been published about gematria as well, assisting the reader to find his own gematria equivalencies. For instance, the such book, Sefer Gematricon, Jerusalem, 1990, provides gematria equivalents for the numbers 1 to 1,000, right? Now, this is in Hebrew. Keep in mind, let's not get it twisted like a fucking mango mystic, right? Hebrew, right? And at the bottom, it says, many Jews that believe one. Now, this says, many Jews that believe, right? The word believe in the Torah, Kabbalah, in the Jewish religion, right, is powerful. It's not what you think believe means, right? But anyways, many Jews that believe, one must be stable mind to partake in the study of gematria so as not to go fanatical. And that's in Hebrew. This is a principle that comes with understanding the power of gematria. And this is from a rabbi himself. Like, this is from a rabbi, something, I can't pronounce the goddamn name. But it says many Jews that believe one must be stable mind to partake in the study of gematria so as not to go fanatical. If y'all don't know them fucking words, look them up. Listen, man, listen. All you got to do is come up on here and wake me up. But you can't do that. So therefore, you're totally 100% irrelevant. Like you don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You don't even matter. Some intentionally do evil, unfortunately, close minds. Yep. Exactly. Then see like they can never, like, what's my nationality? I don't even know. Do you even know what nationality is? You're literally asking me a fucking commercial term, talking about I'm asleep. He's literally asking me a commercial term. Like, this shit is mind blowing, man. A nationality isn't even a birth. It isn't even a birthright. Like, what this dude is lost, man. He's literally asking me a commercial term. What's your nationality? Like, seriously. With a nationality in a corporation at that. This is what we deal with, you know? What's your ethnicity? I mean, like, this is what we're dealing with, you know? This is what we're dealing with. Now he switches it up. What's your ethnicity? I don't mean nationality. I'm trying to be smart, but it ain't working because it don't work. I got to try something, you know. Stop playing word games. Well, you want me to play numbers? What do you want me to do? You know, what's the relevancy to a nationality and an ethnicity? What is it? Why don't you come on here and talk like a man? You know, men talk. You know, you're directly talking against it, so Bring yourself up here. And stop being a weasel. Who even uses the word weasel? Like a name with upstate Israelite is using the word weasel. I mean, all you got to do is come on in. Exactly. It does sound like that. I told you. They all sound the same, man. It's weird shit. They all sound the same. You know? Stop playing word games. Well, you're supposed to know this. You know? Is a mouse better? Anyways, guys, the link is in the chat. Leave it at that. Let's see where your intelligence is. Let's see where my new age is. Just come to the chat. I mean, come from out the chat like a real man. You know? Exactly. Gematria is word practice, right? With some numbers encoded in it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna you know, stay in here for a little bit longer, but I pretty much said all I said. And I think this upstate Israelite is Zach, because this is exactly what Zach would say, you know, or somebody, you know, just like that. You know, I'm hiding. I'm hiding, but I've been out more than any other truth seekers in the Gematria community. That's crazy. The one that was casted out of hell, right? The one that was casted out was actually the one that supported the shit the most. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. Unbelievable. You're welcome, man. You know, I had to. And there'll be more to come, you know. And this isn't you can't be trolling when the shit is just reality. We're truth seekers. I'm just seeking truth, you know. I mean, just go run with it. And I'll give you another jewel to find some of this information, guys. Remember, we're taught like some dumbasses, right? We're taught to read from the left to the right. You know how devastating that is to us? It's really devastating. This is why Jewish people they can actually recite the book, the entire fucking thing. Just like Muslims can incite the entire fucking book. That's why, Chinese, you know, other cultures can hold a higher memory because they're taught what they actually read the right way. They read from right to left, right? I'm obsessed with and jealous of Zach. I don't even talk about Zach. I barely, you know, post anything on my channel about Zach. How could I be obsessed with Zach? You're obsessed with Zach because you're on my channel talking about Zach. I left Zach alone. He came over in my realms. And this is the result of coming over to my realms. It's called cause and reaction. Point blank, period. Right? Cause and reaction. So you can go back over there and stay under the spell because you can't debunk nothing I'm saying. Your God is not teaching in no damn gematria. So you're just under a spell, a new age spell. It's going to lead you nowhere, you know? It is what it is. Hey, it could be. It couldn't be. I don't know. You won't come on here. You know, I could assume whatever I want to assume. I'm passing assumptions. Yeah, I could assume this could be Zach. I know it's somebody from his camp, from the clan. You know, I know it is. And shout out to all the people that rock out with both sides. I get it. You know, it's not towards you. You know, but this is just what is, you know. I know they just want to disrupt it, but the message is already out, you know, and If y'all not subscribed to Wise Wake Up, it's 1984. Subscribe, because he's coming with the sword himself. You know, he's coming with the sword himself. You know. Again, this is Zach. You know, that's why I say it's Zach. So, but before we get off, I'll just do a little something. Just wipe them off the map. You know, because devils, they want to know your real name. Like, they want to call your name out and stuff like that. Like, shit is wicked, man. The spell he cast. You know, they don't understand what I understand about a name. You know what I mean? They don't understand that. And I literally just laid it out on their own teachings of GEMATRIA and what GEMATRIA really means and why it's so powerful and spiritual. Because the black and white, right? The unseen meets the seen, right? Creation, creating letters, words. And those words are backed by numbers in Hebrew, not English. You know? But I know this is like, because what I do notice is the count of the channel. Like, it all of a sudden goes up when the trolls come around, so they share it around, you know, and then they come over here, they watch, they lurk, they listen, you know. But one thing's a fact, is GEMATRIA is not what y'all been told. It's Hebrew language, not the English language. And you do your research, you won't even find anything that supports that shit. You know, it'll be all the stuff after, you know. So you get rid of the distraction, boom, there you go. That's all you got to do. But yeah, man, if y'all feel like doing 3 seconds of research, that's all it takes. You know, go to the source, you know, go to the rabbis, you know, go, you know, if you know a rabbi, shit, go. I'm tempted to bring this brother on. I know he will. You know, we can get busy, you know. I mean, it just is what it is. That's the beauty about being universal, you know. That's the beauty about being universal and down with a lot of people, you know. Because a pure heart could blend in anywhere, you know. So it's pretty wild. So you got to ask yourself, what are they? Oh shit, what happened up here? What's being portrayed, you know? Again, the man is suffering something, man. He can't even apologize to people. He can't reason with people. His emotions gets the best of him. You know, those are bad traits to have, especially as a leader, you know, as a messiah that wipes his ass with Nostradamus and shit. Oh, damn, that car looked like it was upside down. That car is upside down. Damn. Oh, shit, I didn't even have the camera on. My bad. There is not a faction. Here comes another one, the supporters. There's not a faction that's using. There's not. Show me. I'll drop the link. You prove it to me. And I'll prove to you that there's 100% not. There's not a faction. What y'all seeing being, the numbers are being used is actually it's actually being used as a control mechanism with these numbers, right? Coming from some other source. Might be from the source that y'all using. That's trapping you and keeping you looped in. Like, I mean, it just is what it is, man. You know? There is no English GEMATRIA. You can't even put those two words together and say it comes from where it comes from, because the people that created it and passed it on down say it can't. So how could you say it can't? You definitely are relevant to me. You can't say it because they say you can't. Like, that doesn't even make sense. All right, Mastercon. Much love. And much love, Goblin. So Gorilla J, it don't work. I'm sorry to crush your gematria. You know, why is it showing you how the whole calculation shit works? You know, I mean, just use the calculators that they have. You can't even do it. You know, use the methods of gematria. It don't work. It's not gonna work. I mean, I don't know how hard it is for y'all to understand that shit. It don't work. So exactly. Exactly. There isn't an English system. You know, there's one that's created, but it's pseudoscience. It's not in no way, shape, or form accurate, and it's false. Just go to the source. It's all over the internet. Just go look. I didn't realize there was a problem with it. Like they openly speak out against all these calculators and all this shit. You know, it's not to hide the fact that because they don't want to be exposed, so they just damage. No, man. Because you just look at the principles and the understanding and teachings of gematria through the Torah and Kabbalah itself, and you're like, wow, it's actually pretty dope. It's actually pretty enlightening and makes you feel good watching this shit and learning it. Like when you look, you're like, wow, and how they explain it with the spiritual aspects of good. I mean, this shit is, I mean, it's crazy. I'm like, damn, why do I feel good after watching this shit? But all that other shit that's being portrayed, I feel fucked up. You know? I feel fucked up afterwards. So. But yeah, guys, so to wind it on down, like I said, I left the link. Shout out to Goblin for dropping some jewels. But nobody else to come in. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Nobody else to come in and talk about it. Because maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I know what the Kabbalah and the Torah say. I know what the Jews say about it. So we may be wrong, but that's what gematria is. A simple, even just put gematria. And this is shit. This is how you know you're blinded. Like Ergay Bezmenov says, you know, just hit gematria. Let me do it like this: gematria in Google, and the first thing that comes up is gematria, and it says gematria is the practice of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase, reasoning as a number, and sometimes using an alphabetical number. These right? And a cipher used. I wonder who wrote that. You know, Aristotle's blah 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 blah. Right? Hebrew letters, numbers date back to a similar system being used. All right. This is what Google. This is what Wikipedia says, right? But in the same sentence, it says Hebrew, and then spells it in Hebrew, or gematria, plural gematria, and they show it in Yiddish too. Right? But look at the picture in there. Ain't no English in that picture. Right? Ain't no English in that picture. And if you scroll left, you'll actually see, right, from the Decultiva philosophy, right, of the ones the Jews talk about, right, is also in there in a picture. But it's not in English, right? It isn't in English either. So what is that telling you? I know what it tells me. Gematria ain't in English, you know? The stuff Wise is saying about the calculator trying to... No, it's not. He knows about encoding in computers. It's not. You don't need a calculator because y'all practicing a system that's not originally from GEMATRIA. Point blank period. Point blank period. I mean, it really doesn't even make any sense. Like that writing down, it doesn't even make sense because it's not gematria you're doing. You got to ask yourself, what are we really doing? What am I really conjuring up? What am I really doing? Because when you actually go over there and look at the real gematria and start to use the Hebrew and break it down, you're like, wow, this is actually pretty fucking beautiful and enlightening. You know? All right, Angel, I'm about to get off here too. I don't want this to be too long, but I just want to come in here and drop this real quick and, you know. And another thing is, while you're Google searching, guys, to show you how dumb we are, right? Go in Google, take a word in Hebrew, right? Put it up in the corner and watch your searches start coming from the right to the left. Like literally, it comes from the right to the left. All right? Comes from the right to the left. And you know, people think they're Google searching. Like, people don't even know how to Google search. Like, people just put in words. Oh, this means this. Oh, my God, yeah. You know, you forgot about all the quotations, right? You forgot about all the different characteristics. You forgot about the other languages, you know, that you could put up in there and then turn it back to English. And you're like, what in the fuck is this? Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I'm some dumbass that just don't know shit about nothing. But yeah, just take those Hebrew words, put them in a Google search, watch your search start coming from right to left. You'll think something's wrong with your device. Nah. This is why gematria don't even work in English, man. Like, you can't even write the right fucking way. Like, it don't work. They say it does not work. You can't work it. It doesn't work because it's Hebrew language. Jesus Christ. But then, on another note, shout out to all you guys. Like I said, subscribe to Wise 1984 because he's dropping the jewels in a whole nother different aspect. Shout out to Truth Virus because he's dropping jewels in a whole different aspect. And, you know, like I said, hey, it is what it is. You know, that's y'all Messiah. You know, I don't got no, why bother me? I ain't got no following. Why bother Wise all the time and shout out his name? You said he's got 2 followers, right? I don't have followers. I got brothers and sisters that rock with me. So, you know, that's how the Messiah thinks. The numbers Messiah, the gematria Messiah, the false gematria Messiah. You know, because that ain't gematria. And you're pulling something from an occultist who was a Freemason, who you guys talk about every day, but y'all use that to decipher your life. I'm like, man, study real gematria. You might change your fucking life. You know, from teachings from the Torah, which are actually beautiful, which if you sat here for 2 hours and 53 minutes, 253 minutes, right? You would be like, damn, half of the shit, yeah, right, is in this fucking book. Half the shit he just said is in this damn book about spirituality and understanding and how I should treat my fellow human beings and how I should go along interacting with people, because it ain't that way. You know? Exactly. Boom. You know? So they'll be in the comments saying, oh, you're just crazy. It'll be like a bunch of Zachalites, you know, coming around. I'm not talking about the ones that we rock out with each other. I'm not talking about y'all, you know. It's all good. But it's things that you should look into. It doesn't take really much effort to do the research. We don't speak Hebrew, dumb fuck. The new world language, they need the new world order, is English because they have encoded it with the English gematria. Y'all just trying to counter Zach is never done. Anything original yourself. That shit don't even make any fucking sense. All right. But gematria speaks Hebrew, and so does the gematria speaks Hebrew, right? What you don't understand, Hebrew is a pure language, considered a pure language, right? English is a broken language, right? So how is a broken language going to have any spiritual significance? It doesn't. This is why shit's so fucked up using the English language and the way we use it and perpetuate it. We were taught to use it in a way that actually, if you convert it in another language, is actually not so sincere, not so caring, not so loving. It just is what it is. You got to study language before you can even talk about a language. You got to know what English is. Like, we're literally surrounded and boxed in by an English language that is legalese that we think means something, but actually means something totally different. Like, you don't even make any sense. You won't see me when shit hits the fan because, according to you guys, y'all will be out there fighting some enemy. So you won't see me out there. So you can dismiss yourself, and I just dismiss you my damn self. Wow, bam, bam, shit. But that's what they do. There's nothing. That didn't even make any sense what he said. We're trying to undermine Zach's work. No, we're not. This shit is. I ain't creating nothing that ain't out there. You can't even show me what you just said. And I'm new age, but these motherfuckers can't even show me some shit from the new age to back whatever they're saying up. It's amazing. You know, somebody break out of here, you know. And much love to y'all. Like I said, it is what it is. When you came knocking, I answered the door. And yeah. So peace and love, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Much love. Stay tuned, because we teaching gematria.